Yo, what's up, compadres? Welcome back to another episode. It's your host with the most from the West Coast, SB Press, reporting live from Mastermind Media. As always, to my left, Lance the man himself.
Yep.
And as always, to my right, residing to his eye.
I'm going to be mute.
He loves these moments, man.
That's
he
a first.
loves these moments.
That's a first. Mute.
All eyes on you.
That's right. I'm all babyface today.
Okay.
We got
Babyface
babyface
assassin.
Joe up today.
Babyface assassin over here. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Don't say an assassin. I look like a baby, man. When I do this, people, they either love it or hate it. It's so funny. I love it.
CB is always in the place to be. Rod running around with the mastermind. Cisco and Veronica, appreciate y'all being here in spirit. As always. And like that, compadres, let's go.
Let's go.
I need all the wins. Yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it
And there.
What's going on, fellas?
We are here.
How we doing today?
How's everybody been feeling?
Oh, hey, growing is a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
Life is a beautiful thing. Looking 30 years old like I do right now. Just 'cause,
Joe out here snapping necks and cashing checks.
I mean, I have to go with these different looks sometimes, and that's who Joe is.
Rosati came to potty.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
What'd you say? Like
I hear you.
frat?
Yeah, you
Frat
called me frat boy earlier. that means
like
you
my
look really
butt chug.
young.
Oh man.
I was on the phone with Mama Tony FaceTime with Mark earlier today about some business.
Right.
For the audience, you should know who Mama Tony is, but I know everybody here does. And she just looked at Mark and goes, "I can't take him serious with that face every time I see him." Because there used to be a joke like the bus boy would. She goes, "Yep, Jose's looking for your goatee on the floor. He's about ready to sweep it up."
Oh my God.
You got that clean face, that baby face, man. That's what she can't take serious.
Yeah,
right?
that's for sure, right? There you go.
Ooh.
Dropped it.
Quickly, Shannon Sharp. Wow. Lakers game. Wow.
That was a
pretty-
turn
that was
up.
pretty crazy, huh?
Turned up
That
on the
was
whole
crazy.
team.
He was
man.
going to show those
At
boots
this
were made
point-
for more than walking, wasn't he?
Yeah. Uncle was about to put them paws
Uncle
on him.
was.
For real.
I mean, after everything that's gone on, I'm sure, Shannon's been a little frustrated. So, I mean,
Yeah, that was a lot of built up testosterone for the show.
He's still, he apologized for a reason. You can't do that. At
honestly
NBA
had
games.
one of the most professional, honest apologies.
It was really good.
But we were talking about this.
Okay.
So
Is there a difference when you talk to someone if you say I'm sorry or I apologize? Is there a difference?
I don't think there's a difference. I see, both sides and I get it, but I feel like if you're saying you're sorry, you're apologizing too. But I know you guys got something different.
I do. Because it was one of those things where they were saying like, oh, never say sorry. You're supposed to be apologetic. You're supposed to apologize. It's more of a sincere feeling. But based on the information Joe sent us today, I am mistakenly wrong.
Yep, exactly.
So give it to him, Joe. Let him know
It's
what's the
pretty,
difference.
to me, it's more of like when you apologize, you're doing it professionally. When I'm sorry, it's more heartfelt because you actually hurt someone's feelings or you hurt someone's feelings that was close to you.
Yeah.
I mean, and I think that's what it really comes down to. I mean, I'm sure people would want to debate about it, but even when I've worked in, with all the jobs I've had, I've never really heard a manager or someone say, I'm sorry, so I apologize.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when it's on a personal level, it's I'm sorry.
Well, you might have turned me over to that side, bro. I hear you. Apologies, yeah. I
mean,
get
if
it.
you
I get
can,
it.
turn left field with Lance's opinion around, you're doing
something.
well. That's all I got to say.
Hey,
I get
that's
it.
something.
I do. I think
mean,
it's more of
I
a,
still want him to get a massage, but we're working on that.
Lance still feels some type of way about that. But Joe,
Speaking of last night, right? Tell him, man.
Joe, let the ladies and gentlemen at home know what time of the week it is.
It's the weirdo of the week, and it's going to be fire.
You're weird.
Well, that was a weird way to intro that. So, what are we doing for the weirdo this week? We collectively got one.
This is a group effort on this one,
Yes.
and the great reason behind it is because we were all three together when this happened.
We did.
And
make sure you give them a backdrop on it.
I would like Preston to start off with this.
Gotcha.
Well, it was
What
my
actually
first.
happened,
It was my
yes.
first time being at this place. So, what was the name of it again?
No, we're just gonna say establishment.
Okay, this establishment.
Okay,
we don't want to give them
don't
any
wanna
type of
hurt 'em.
recognition.
The food was really good.
But if you guys definitely saw behind the scenes, which is we're trying to give you guys more of, what we are outside of this show too. Lock and loaded for that. But we walk into this establishment, and the gentlemen were ahead of me. So I pull out the phone and start recording. And our, I guess, individual that was hostess seating us, just threw off some weirdness for both of y'all before it got to me. It hit y'all first before it got to me.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's 4 people sitting down in this restaurant, and she's sitting here debating. Well, that's for 4. Well, did you see me? And I'm with 2 other people. So basically, that's 4.
Oh man!
And I'm not that damn big anymore. But my point is, are you kidding me? It's not like there's a damn line out the door.
Right.
Seriously,
I mean, that's how it all started.
it was turned down in there for sure.
All right, so continue, Pete. That was funny.
So we get in there, and I instantly, since I have a ridiculous photographic memory, I recognize the individual. And the reason why I know this person is not for better reason, so we're just gonna leave
Right,
that
exactly.
where it's at.
Yeah,
And it's
right.
nothing personal with me.
Well,
I just know individuals as a person.
We know the real story. That's all the audience needs to know.
Yeah, but she tried to think she was on some Hollywood stuff or something.
Dude, it was
last night?
ridiculous,
Was
bro.
that just? Did y'all catch that too?
It's
did.
just ridiculous. Like,
I think she exactly said, "You guys came here for me, right?" And then when you said no,
I was
she
like,
was
I didn't even know you worked here.
sitting down at the table, I know a lot of people. Mother, you think you're the only one on here that knows anybody?
Again,
just
it was
the
my
way-
first time there, so how
And just the energy that came out of that.
Right.
And we had some business to discuss.
Yeah.
We went out and we had dinner.
Yes.
Like business people do. You got my big Guido ass walking in. No one's coming to the damn table. And
Believe
this is an
that.
Italian
Yes.
restaurant. And for like 10 minutes, I finally asked someone to come over, and Lance is looking like, dude, he ain't coming.
Lance throws out the option. What'd you say, Lance?
I said we should go.
Yeah.
We should
he said,
leave.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
at this point, they're understaffed, undermanned, and
Right.
we've been in restaurants
But
our whole
they
lives.
weren't.
But they didn't care.
They didn't
So-
care. They didn't want to take care of us. And, I tipped accordingly.
Yeah, you did a good job.
Excuse me. We tipped accordingly.
I will say this though,
Yeah.
not to cut you off at all, but I will say the introduction and getting the waiter over to
Oh
our
my
table.
God, dude.
I was like, man, we should. All right, so for you guys that don't know, Joe goes. He goes, hey.
No. Turn the volume up on that one. Turn it up a little bit more.
I didn't say it that loud, bro.
You did.
No,
He
I
goes,
didn't,
He goes,
man.
hey,
did.
bro, we've been here for 20 minutes and we ain't got no service. What's up?
The haze shook him like the earthquake that shook us at 2 a.m.
And old boy came over like,
hold on.
I got you guys. And Joe's like, you're the only one on. And he's like, yeah, I'm the only one on. He's like, all right, I understand, but
Right.
yeah,
Left field could take a story and just like manipulate it so bad.
Oh,
Do what
no,
he does. I didn't say he was the only one there. We saw everybody standing the around.
I know, but you
I did
And
point
you
that out,
guys
too.
act like I yelled. No one's heard me yell.
well, I think I have.
I
No,
seen
maybe,
him. I seen him Harlem Shake from getting
No,
a hey.
no,
being honest.
everybody knows my voice. That's what was so funny when we were doing everything, and I was talking. Lance is like, "Dude, they can hear you." I don't give a f- if they can hear me. They can't hear me anyways. If they can hear me and they're more intrigued to me than what their party is, God bless you.
What did I say?
Hey, it's a show when I show up, bro.
I'm gonna take the hat out,
showed up together.
put it out there so they can give us the tips for the free show that they get
should have
off
bought.
the
They
scene.
should have bought me dinner.
He
Shit.
said it's a show when I show up.
Wow, compadres can't get enough of this. Can't get enough of this gangster.
That's funny, man.
Oh my lord, yeah, but it was very weird and stuff because it's like as soon as we got in, we got seated and stuff. It took over 10 minutes for Joe's
It was
hay?
longer. It was longer. But,
No, but
yeah,
the food and the drinks came
Yeah, the
quick.
food,
It was
drinks were
fine.
good,
And
yeah.
the f***ing waiter kind of warmed up. Oh, you are Italian.
Yeah,
You saw my card. Why are you looking at my card, dude?
yeah. Just the whole. You got to do better. Right?
I know it was fun. Actually, I had a good time. I mean,
Yeah.
we had a good conversation. We were laughing.
The food was actually really good. I'll say that.
Well, you know how I go to. If we ain't laughing, what are we not doing?
We
Yeah, it was
ain't
decent.
living.
Yeah, that's what we were doing last night. We were having fun.
I think that brings me into side hustles, right?
Right?
Because I mean that's kind of what they're doing.
Yeah,
when
they
you're
are.
hustling and
Yeah.
bustling in a restaurant.
right.
So I want to ask you guys, what are some side hustles you guys had growing up? I mean, if it's cutting lawns or shoveling snow, if you grew up in the East or Midwest, or even now things that you can create an avenue for revenue, right?
Now, let me add to that question. How old were you guys when you had your first side hustle?
Well, I think I started rolling dice about 7.
I guess we all lucky in that film because I was there too. 7.
Or at least
for me too.
Or at least pitching quarters at one point. I mean, he wants to talk about side hustle. Those kids out there were hustling.
Yeah, they were.
Marbles, pogs. Sorry, I was still around when those times were pretty hot. I was hustling any and everything. I was young, and then when I got a little bit I got a story to tell. My mom is at home. She's gonna be hearing this and she's gonna be thinking like, man, if I can go back and whoop his ass for that. So the first major thing that I hustled was elementary. I was in the 4th grade, and it was a Sony CD player with the Usher My Way. And I promise you guys at home, my mom would give me up in a heartbeat for adoption if she can have Usher. Seriously, she is in love with this man. But yeah, I ended up getting $154. That was like my first hustling $100 bill in the 4th grade. The homie's grandma had seen it and everything, and yeah, I got ratted out for that hustle.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. So you got ratted out that young?
I got ratted out for that.
How
hustle.
do you trust anybody then?
It wasn't about trusting. It was just about they saw and the exchange and everything.
They ratted, bro. You can't trust them. So you learned from really young. Good for you.
Yeah.
That's why you don't trust anybody.
Taking
like
initiative that young.
That was the 4th grade, man. Oh, I got some more embarrassing ones, but I want to hear some of y'all's, man. You said mowing lawns and stuff. What did you do in Michigan, brother?
No, he was. He was shoveling snow. For like $2.50
y'all weather's
an
different
hour.
out there, so I know you had a bunch of different.
And my mom was big on church, and getting out there and earning some money. And then I played sports, so like I would have to shovel off the court too. So I spent lots of mornings, going out.
Would you get paid or you just did it?
I got paid, but some of the people that she was friends with, I wouldn't get paid. I would just,
especially on a Sunday.
Yeah, but I mean, as I got older though, in high school, I would cut lawns, and I was making some pretty good ones, $75 a lawn,
$75 a lawn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, it was pretty good
I
money.
didn't get that
He
right.
was doing some legit hustling too. Man.
No. There's
I would just go out to the suburbs where there's a lot more.
Okay, I'm thinking
nicer
a corner
lawns.
house.
No,
you know what I mean?
He was busting the
lawns.
ATLs, going to the other side and getting them big lawns to get them big dough. Yeah. What about you, Joe?
Just yard work.
Yard work.
Well, actually, I did the Little League fields for a little bit.
Okay.
And I was like, around 12ish, I started 13ish.
That's awesome.
That was one little thing I did.
Yeah.
And then to start other jobs, and then some stuff I'm not going to discuss. And that's
I thought he was
too. I was like, he's about to set me up.
Hey, CB
I
has
got
something to
some
say. What
crazy
you
ones. What you got for a CB?
I was just saying I did the same shit as Lance. I'd go to the other nice neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And I did it because I had a snowblower.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Because my dad bought some cheap ass one, but. Me, 10-year-old, 11-year-old me actually wrote contracts.
Oh, nice.
These people you'll have me do your snow for the winter for
he got a schedule going.
$7,500 every time I come, and they sign
you over.
Yeah,
so he been writing stuff down since a young
right.
See, I was lucky too because just like he said, a snowblower, I was able to purchase a ride along. So I had a ride on mower. So I would, I would have my step pops truck it over, and then I'd ride on, and so it wasn't me push mowing anymore. So that's how I was able to get 75 because I would do diagonal cuts in everybody's lawns.
Oh, he's doing baseball fields out there. He's doing layouts and stuff. Yankee Stadium.
Well, that's how people wanted it. You gotta do the edges first, and then you go across the middle, and then you diamond it out.
He's doing just the left field,
right? He doing Edward Scissorhands stuff out there, man. Okay,
his first hustles, man.
Okay,
yeah.
Another hustle anybody want to share? Because I got plenty of side.
What's up? How about now?
Now,
what's something that you could see yourself doing outside of your main? Like I said, avenue for revenue.
Well,
because I know Joe. I know what Joe's is.
Yeah,
bro. Everyone knows.
We know what Joe's is.
Everybody knows what mine is. And if you anybody that really knows me, when I say knows me, I'm talking about like they know me. They kick it. Like I talk to them on my peeps.
Yeah.
My circles,
we
they know.
This. Yes, for sure.
And you know what? They don't know by now, and we don't even need to drop it.
I think you might as well at this point.
Because it was ching on Saturday all day long.
Yes.
He's a horse racer, if you guys don't know. He races the horses.
See, that's what it's a horse handicap or a horse better. That's
there you go. There you go. Even there you go. Better.
Get it right.
I can't believe I just put this information out there right now, too, to everybody. Now they really know.
And you can learn a thing or two. Learn a thing or two.
Stop putting me on blast. It's a hard game. It's not easy. Not everybody. It takes time. I showed you the shit that you didn't read the other day, and you were like, "What?" I go, "Yeah, this was a racing form."
And it was history on the horses. It was a lot of different components that you have to take into consideration
That's
before you even
tough.
think about putting something on the line.
No, man, you got breeding, you got owners, you got trainers, you got jockeys,
How many races?
what race they came out, what kind of race it is. I could go on for this for 45
this
minutes.
is what
How they start, how they finish.
This is what he needs to do. You need to have someone on that's a really solid horse bettor and run a guest episode with them.
If I can find some followers, absolutely.
Well, I'm sure when you go to Santa Anita and all those
Oh, no,
places,
those dudes are all DGs, bro.
bring them in. They've been making money for years.
Right?
Yeah.
Bringing an OG.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you meet some of these dudes,
Degenerate gamblers.
they're all good people, man. I love them. When we go there, we talk about horse racing. It
goes down.
Yeah, it's fun though. It's a lot of fun, actually.
That's funny. We'll get into that one day.
I mean, the only hustle that I guess I would redo again is probably like, shoot some dice.
That's funny.
I'll shoot some
Something's
dice.
quick. Yeah.
Because I if everybody knows, I worked in the cannabis industry. So that hustle comes with a lot more muscle behind it. So it takes more time, takes more effort. The reward can be high, but the risk is even more higher. So those are hustles that it's best for me to just kind of leave where they at.
Yeah, I get that, man. That's cool, man. Good job, man. I guess following that up then, so I want to compare this. Side hustles and Nas invested into the Ring camera. So I want to talk about doorbell cameras and crime and how efficient they are nowadays.
No,
right?
it's amazing. It's amazing.
Isn't it? Like they're solving crimes. Like,
Yeah.
could you imagine back in the day that someone pushes your doorbell, there's a camera on there so you can watch it from your phone and watch what's going on in your home outside of the cameras, all this stuff.
The way I grew up, we had cameras around the house. So my dad had a monitor right next to his bed. So it was a motion detector too. So like we had the whole 9 yards since junior high school. So even before Ring and all those things, I kind of was living that way already.
Right.
I'm amazed by them. They're everywhere now, and I think it's great.
It's like CCTV, right?
Yeah,
like in London,
right?
right?
I mean, I just think that I'm glad that's out there.
Me too.
And it's helping prevent a lot of like, theft when it comes to the holiday season and stuff, when it's really at all time high.
Packages and stuff.
Because I've had several packages in the last few months in my neighborhood come up missing, but I always have that protection fee, so I get my money back. But it's still like,
He's always gonna get his money back.
because I pay the cost to be the boss sometimes, but let's go. But nah, like, even though we have like neighborhood watch in place, and that they also work hand in hand
That
with
ain't
the
no
Ring.
damn neighborhood watch you got over there. It's a
He's
bunch of drunks.
Hey, a bunch of drunks that watch the neighborhood. What can I
pistols.
say? What can I say? I mean, you see them.
Blue cups out, chilling out. We've been through this before, but it's the truth. That neighborhood watch, it is chilling.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen a lot of video too, and a lot of crimes that have been prevented because of this. Meaning, like serious ones, like people getting followed home and them running in the house and the door camera picking up the suspects and them getting caught. So it's innovation on it is cool, and I know we've been trying to talk about some tech-verse stuff again, so that's why
There you
I
go.
wanted
Bringing
to
back
pose
out
that
that
back to you
tech
guys.
The audience, they want what they want.
They
So
definitely
we are
do.
getting back to that level again.
Well, and then I want to say too, Nas got in on that in the beginning, right? And now
He
look at
definitely
that.
got in
Well,
on
Didn't
it.
Shaq get in on it too?
He did, but he relinquished some of his equity, so it turned into. I mean, Nas got. I think it was like $55 or $60 million from this
nice.
return
Good
of
for him.
investment ROI.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Any direction you guys want to go? What you got going? Oh, I could talk about right now. Let's talk about what's the biggest sacrifice that you've ever made, and what is sacrifice to you?
Ooh.
You want to tackle that first?
Sacrifice is giving up something that you don't want to gain something that you really want.
Right.
Relinquishing control over something for something that you don't have any control of,
Right.
and you can't predict how it's going to play out. That's just a small form of how I feel about sacrifice.
What's the biggest sacrifice you've made? on the spot, huh?
Man, I'm gonna have to pass that one to Rizzo.
You know,
When I think like
You don't want to talk about
it's
it?
been a lot of it's been a lot of
straight
sacrifices,
up.
brother.
If you just
It's been
gonna
a
throw
lot.
it to me, I'm gonna be straight up. I don't have one.
Yeah.
It's never gotten to that point when I talk about growth.
Mm-hmm.
I never had to be in a situation where I had to give up something.
Yeah.
I'd have to make a sacrifice.
You haven't been in a position where you've had to give something up to get something.
No.
Even not even trying to get funny or anything, but even like emotionally, like when you were growing up with being a kid, and the things that we personally know
I
what you
think
went
that,
through.
I think that was just
wasn't that a
life.
sacrifice?
No,
though?
I don't think it was a sacrifice. I think it was growth.
It was a growth of an angel.
That's good. That's a great positive way to say that.
I got.
I
one
just
for you
don't think
guys.
I've ever had a real sacrifice.
Yeah.
You guys ever sacrifice your pride and respect for love?
And this is are we
Okay,
talking about with a relationship with a woman or just overall?
Yeah.
I
You
would
guys ever
say
sacrifice? You guys ever sacrifice
No, I
Say
don't.
it again. Say it again.
your
Say that again.
pride and respect?
For love.
Wow, that was a dead silence in here.
Hey,
And why are you guys looking at me like I mean?
Because
I
that was
know
a
I'm
good-
on fire, Joe. And shit,
yeah.
You were going. I
You
was
were-
not going
yeah.
to cut you off. I was going to let you keep going, bro.
I mean,
Try to catch you while you was hot.
yeah, I mean, it's obviously happened because they're out of my life now. So something happened. Well, no, I don't. Again, no, I really don't think so.
so there's deal
No.
breakers and game breakers. That,
No, I just think there's no sacrifice. I never, like I said, I've never given up a bunch of crazy stuff for a situation or for a person,
So I guess
and
that,
I don't think it's a bad thing.
that ties back into your like episode like 9 or 10 when we were talking about people that we love, and like you said, your mom, your dad, and like like the rest are friends, and so I get that, man. And I feel you guys. I definitely think I made a lot of sacrifices, in life.
What's your biggest though?
My biggest is probably my transition from Arizona to California, right?
Really,
Yeah, it was a lot that I gave up in Arizona to come here, and and to try to make it, per se, the Hollywood dream or whatnot. And I'm so happy that I've been able to maintain and live out here. But I mean, I went from 4-bedroom, really nice home, jacuzzi, and I'm not even trying to be funny. And then the sacrifice of financial and what it took for me to actually obtain an apartment here, and it's just it's a whole different level. I get people in my DMs all the time, and they're talking about, "Hey man, I want to move to Cali. What should I do?" I'm like, bruh, save up $20,000-$30,000 and then maybe think about it. Because if you're not, then you're going to come out here and you're going to be back home, or you're going to be homeless. And this is the way this works out here. So that was a big sacrifice for me. But I do think, like I said, the second part of the question, it's like I can't, like, kind of like Joe, I can't give up that for love, right? Like, it just, for me, like, I got to respect and love myself first, and I'm not going to pass that off as like, oh, I love this person, so whatever they do to me,
Even
I'm
with-
going to take.
So
That-
even with
that's-
family
that-
members, where it's a thing where you cannot control that, because that's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah.
When it's a family member who does something out of your control,
Same
you
thing
have to
applies.
still
Left
unconditionally
field for
love
this
them.
shit. God damn, bro.
Hey, a lot of people want to know, hear about this stuff right now.
But yeah, I get it. But with me, like I said, I've grown too much, even where I'm at now, and even back in the day, I admitted to everything I've been in a relationship that I should have got out, whatever I did. Mm-hmm. It's on me. I take blame
If
for
just family, he's saying family, like people that are family.
Yeah, family is crazy, dude. I mean,
And
'cause
brothers.
brothers. I mean,
People you call your family.
Yeah, I mean, there's some crazy shit that goes on sometimes. So
It does.
Yeah, it just goes on, and like you have to sit there and do you want them in your life or not? And that's what it comes down
It's a
to.
tough decision to make, too.
Because sometimes people put their pride to the side to give people the benefit of doubt.
Absolutely.
In
But
circumstances.
pride is an ugly thing.
It is.
That's the reason
You
why
know,
I said
being a prideful person can be ugly for a lot of reasons, but it's also it's good to be that way.
It's in one of the oldest books on earth.
Right.
Prideth come before the falleth, right? I mean, we all know that.
Right,
And you don't even
exactly.
have to be religious to
Right.
know that saying. So, yeah, man, it's the truth, bro. So, but this YouTube thing gets ugly. And it's, you gotta, and like all these great content creators, and you get into these moments and these modes where you're like, hey, whatever we can do to make this,
Right.
and it's just, it's tough, but
It's been tough.
it is. But we love it, man.
Hey, it's a part of the roller coaster in life. And we go up, we go down,
Bro,
but we always come back.
You want
around.
to talk about roller coasters last week, bro? Wow.
Past 3 weeks.
I mean,
Dude.
but my last week was just wow. I was just so slammed, bro, and I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna go to do anything on Saturday, and that just turned up.
yeah.
I've been on 7 days a week for the last couple weeks.
All of us have been working to the bone because that's what it takes, man.
Oh no! I mean, it's a grind. It's a hustle. I mean,
It is.
if the audience still doesn't know by now, or you guys know, on every Friday I put On the Grind Friday out.
Yeah.
Okay, and because you got to grind, and you know what, and you can rest when you rest, but me grinding, I'm a grinder, bro. I don't stop, and I keep going, and I keep going, and I keep going.
And you know what I love about that? You're putting that on payday, which means keep grinding.
But it's not payday when you bartend. But you know what I do when my schedule's a little crazy, and then I got Saturday to do my thing, and it's like I'm good right now, bro. I'm happy as shit. I'm on the grind. I'm doing my thing.
Let me segue into something totally opposite than what we've been talking about.
Yeah, because you
sure,
just
for
been
sure,
like,
yeah.
I don't even know. He might have the whole outfield at this point. He's not even left field anymore. I love
in the
this.
middle now.
He's been on fire the last couple weeks.
Something that's been on my mind.
Here we
right?
go. This is going to be
go,
good.
let's go.
I can't wait to hear this.
So I watch a lot of videos. I see a lot of stuff, and a lot of people are talking about it. So I just want to ask you guys personally your experiences with it. Air frying, right? Air fryers versus cast iron frying. Toaster ovens versus regular ovens. Where do you guys stand? Because this is important to me. Like, I got a toaster oven in my life, and it changed my life, right? Completely. Instead of turning that conventional oven on and taking 45 minutes for it to warm up, I put it in the toaster oven, and it's done. What do you say,
45
CJ?
minutes
This
to
is
warm
taking
up.
tech verse to another level.
It changes your life. That was the first thing I bought when I moved to California was a toaster oven.
Yeah, I know. Let's hear it. I know you guys got
Oh,
opinions.
bro, my oven's great, dude. I don't need no.
you don't need to.
This is awesome how he came up. I didn't expect. This is great.
So try it, man.
So you're telling me it takes your oven 45 minutes to warm up?
Well, I mean, honestly, if you're cooking like something at like 400 degrees, it's going to take about good 20, 25, 30 minutes to like really get to
It
temperature.
takes 5 for mine.
Your stove in your oven.
Yes.
Do you have a gas stove
Yes.
or is it electric?
Yes.
Well, I have a gas stove and it takes a little bit longer, but I put the toaster oven on. I put it
Well,
on
I live
25
in a-
minutes and it's done.
But I live in a smaller.
Saving time.
But I live in a smaller building.
Yeah, I get
A
it. But
lot smaller.
so imagine not having to preheat anything. You just put it in and turn it on the time
I
and it's
like
done.
to preheat
And it tastes the same.
because it makes my fire.
Fire. The men's on fire.
All right, what do you think?
Well, I have an air dryer or
Fryer. Yeah.
an air fryer. And the funny thing is how I discovered this. Me and a person from the past or whatever had purchased one together, and the funny thing about it was I didn't know nothing about it. This person did the research, was giving me all the
On the air
glitz
fryer?
and glams,
Yeah.
right? We get that thing, and it was probably like one of the crispiest chicken wings I had in a long
Really?
time.
It's crazy, bro.
Crazy, like, and the different assortment of things you can make with that, it saves you time. It saves you a lot of the trans
just
fats
really
and stuff like
excited
that.
about this.
It's more healthy. It's a more healthy cooking too. So,
So is
Because
that
you're
what
not dipped in grease.
That's what the numbers say.
and that's how I felt when I was eating too.
The food tastes better. All right, so when you're frying, you guys know I cooked for a long time, right?
Yes.
And when you're frying, a cast iron skillet is unbeatable, right? The taste, because it's seasoned and
Right?
it has,
No. Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
so you get that taste, but it's still, I promise you, man, you can do the same dredging flour on and put it in an air fryer and it's going to come out crispy just like it was fried. Look just like fried chicken.
It's in the air, bro.
Tastes just good.
Air fryers are apparently 70% to 80% less fat if you fry it in that compared to frying it
there you go,
normally.
P. I just wanted to get numbers.
And that toaster oven, bro. Change your life a
Toaster,
little
man.
bit. Put chicken in there. Throw it in,
I like
season
my
it.
stove. I like my pans.
I have
like
a George Foreman grill.
I do too. I have one of those. Stoves. I think everyone's got
I
one.
used to have one. I just, that's okay. It doesn't taste.
It is the best to clean up.
Yeah. Do you guys have like a pot cooker too?
Oh yeah, I got a pressure cooker. I got pressure cooker. I got a
Lance
tall
is a
pot.
chef, bro.
Yeah, I got a lot of shit. I got a
Lance,
Brazilian
you know,
pan.
he's a chef, bro. Don't get it twisted over there. He's a chef.
It's
He's
a
the man,
hobby,
for sure.
a low key. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was funny though.
I think that was
talked
pretty
about
dope
that.
too. Everybody owns a little bit of text here and there, but not all of us, use them all the time.
Do you want to get a little deeper?
Go ahead. I know you're going deep already.
Gaslighting, manipulation.
Okay.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Yeah, fire away.
Fire away. Fire away, P.
So, what do you guys? All right, we all know the definition of gaslighting, right?
Simplify it for the audience at home.
Well, it's more so of just, controlling the narrative, right? And it's not necessarily full out like devious manipulation, but it's just being smart about things, and it turns into a manipulation, right? For instance, and we brought him up before, and I don't want to make this a topic, but we all recently seen the Krishan and Blueface topic, right?
Yeah.
And that interview on No Jumper,
Right,
which
right.
is not the best podcast in the world. But anyways, that was that was crazy because that's what she did.
Yeah. she
And
really did.
I felt so bad, honestly, looking back at all that. Like,
that's just I guess you taken for clickbait.
right. And I don't want to get into it because I don't want anybody to think we're trying to clickbait. But I just want to say, tying that into our lives, like, have you guys been in those positions, right, where you're starting to see like this situation is kind of turning into something that I'd never, even with a girl or however in your life, however affected you, right?
Well, yeah, last night, the restaurant, she was like, "Oh, do I know you?" I was like, "Yeah, you do." And she was like, "Do you know me?" I was like, "Yeah, but not for the right reasons." And then she tried to control the narrative, like, "Well, I see so many different people." And that's when Joe had went off. He was like, "Oh, well, we ain't everybody. We the compadres." So then we got seated.
I didn't say that, but maybe you could.
He should have said it.
I said something like this. I
Damn,
said,
Joe, you should have let it ride. That
Right.
was smooth.
I was smooth, but hey,
Joe said I call it like it is. I want to hear what he's got to say right now.
Because
I'm at the point. I mean, I haven't had that happen in a while because I'm good at reading people usually.
Right.
he wasn't as kind with his words.
No, I mean I'm about positivity. Don't make me out here to be a dick right now. I mean I kind of read people pretty well, and I just go with the flow. And I mean there's a couple times where you miss, but you just keep on going, and that's that. And it's just like the other day, dude. I was waiting outside the restroom when I was at a restaurant with someone. And this dude comes, "What, you waiting in line?" I go, "No, I'm here for my health."
Right.
He's sitting here looking at me. He goes, "You don't have to be rude about it." I go, "What are you that sensitive?" Like I'm being funny. Like I just read people, and it's like. I usually do well with it, so I don't get I've been manipulated plenty of times.
That's what I was trying to say.
I mean, it's happened.
Can you expound on that?
It doesn't happen as much now when you grow and you see it. You just read it different. Like I think you just because everybody's worried about who to really bring in and everything.
Well, there's scammers out there. There's con mans out there. There's all types of things you got going.
You
That's
just
my
gotta sit here and
point of the conversation.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
So, like,
But
man.
as a team,
we got
definitely-
time. What you got?
Yeah, as a team, we definitely sit down and we talk, amongst each other about just personal experiences with these things or whatever, so we can sharpen each other up on it and knowing what to dodge and whatnot. But yeah, I'm just gonna dodge weirdos at restaurants from now on. Honestly,
I guess that's on a broad term, but I feel that, man. What do we got on the finish out of this? What do y'all want to talk about, man?
I was gonna ask you about manipulation and how you feel about it.
I think I pretty much answered it, but
You
I will say
answered it.
this. Like if we go on to a deeper level of it, it's like there's been so many con mans. And if you look at all the documentary series,
I mean, if you want me, there is, but I'm never gonna get. There's no way. I just have to because I just have my intuition.
you feel. Well, I was gonna say that.
I have my
You-
intuition.
You got there before
you
I
gotta
did.
figure out when to get out.
Yeah.
Whatever the situation is.
Yeah. I mean, I can't say it better. You finished my
I mean,
words.
again, you brought it up twice. I'm very fortunate. I haven't been down that rabbit hole. So,
but I know you have been. Bleep. So that's what
but what did he say?
He said the beep, and then he
I
said
said.
after.
So
Oh, God.
that's the same thing I was talking about, man.
Gosh.
I know you guys definitely dangled over your feet over the edge on that one.
Yeah, I was trying to be as politically correct as always. You know,
I told you he took the whole outfield, bro. He's not in left field anymore. He took the whole damn park.
Oh man, I mean, I'm pretty much.
Well, I mean, I got something real. You know what's been interesting lately, bro?
What's up?
For the last, I don't know, I would probably say about 4 or 5 months since we've been doing this and everything. When I talk to people, and it's amazing how much you can influence someone, not even know it. And the DMs and the calls and just in general in your face when they tell you, hey, Joe, you do this, you make me feel like this, thanks for always listening to me. Because I talk, I mean, I'm at the point now where I think I'm at a level where I've been through life a little bit and I know it. And you know what? Just laughing is living. Just be happy. I give pretty good advice. I don't take my own advice, but that's what we all do. But it's just like
we all do. Hey, that is the truth you just said.
That's what everybody does.
We give good advice, but we don't take our own advice.
Right.
That is so true, Joe.
Right, but it's just like I had a conversation with a complete stranger, and it was about 5 minutes, and it wasn't at the bar when I was working. I can't really remember. Actually, it was the Uber driver. And sometimes in life, man, we have our family and we have our circle. And we have a little bit outside the circle, which I discussed about at times. But it's sometimes the stranger can be so motivational and so inspiring to you.
Yeah.
And you might not ever see him again. Yeah. And this the conversation you had, and it worked. The conversation we were having, was just amazing. Yeah. And it's open up and talk, this be good to everybody, man. And it's a beautiful thing what happens. And like I said, man, I'm on a whole nother path and I'm enjoying everything. And I just, want to throw in a big positive because, I'm not just Rizat and the Hizat. I'm not just Joe Rowe.
Let them know.
I'm not big sexy. I'm not baby blue. I'm not poofy.
You're not Joey Mitts.
I'm not Joey Mitts. There's a new one that just came out. There's a new one that came out that I bet a dime to make a big dime. Okay? Hey man, I'm just living, having fun. I'm that guy, man. So that's what it really always comes down to. So that's all I'm saying.
That was really positive, and it sparked something in my head really quick.
That's what I'm saying. We got to get some positive going.
I got something for us. So favorite sci-fi movies, right? The Interstellar. Where do you guys rank Interstellar?
I'm not a sci-fi guy.
It's in the top 10. It's in the top 10, and not just for the aesthetics.
From everything you just said was like the soundtrack. Interstellar, bro.
Hey, that's cool, but I don't watch a lot of sci-fi.
You never watched Interstellar? Matt McConaughey.
I haven't watched it. I'm just messing with you.
Okay, I was about to say, is that not one of the most phenomenal movies?
Boom, bang, pow!
I think we should play what he just said in that Interstellar.
Joe is on fire.
That's funny, bro. That was good, dude. And he said, I'm not even going to give you any of that.
No,
you had to give me a minute because, we were, I wanted you to outfield the settle down a little bit. So now, we have to go to what I call him now. So, Mr. Inspiration, what do you have for us today?
Come on. Let's hear it.
Off the top of the dome, as always. Ladies and gentlemen, I think today I want to leave you guys on this note. Make sure to say good morning to people. Let's start with simpleness. Let's start with being polite.
Right.
Right. Let's get our heads out of our asses and thinking because an individual says good morning, it wants to be led to something else. If I see you, it's 7 days a week. If I see you at least 3 and we come across each other, it should be nothing to say good morning.
Isn't that strange?
It's very strange. And it's so weird because everybody's just selective social. There is no anti-social. That does not exist. It's selective social.
Right.
People pick and choose who they want
to
say hi, who can compliment, and all. And I don't even want to get into that because that's a whole nother episode for a whole nother time. But yes, let's just get back to the basics and saying good morning. That's all I ask.
How about if I go, how you doing over here?
Hey, that might work for some people.
Hold on.
And it might scare some people.
That's good.
I just want to keep it simple.
That was really good, man. That's going to be a great.
No, there he goes.
Hold on.
Hit it again.
Wasn't there some bit that we had with grabbing something out of a... Didn't we have some bit that we were trying to?
So check this out, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is great. Okay.
Let's make this short and sweet.
how the struggle is about to be real.
This is hilarious because a lot of people call me. I got a nickname, Joey Mitts, and everybody talks about my hands, how big they are, right? So I saw CB messing with these files, and there's a chip in this. I don't know if you guys can see this, right? There is no way I could get this out of here.
Watch him get it first try.
Oh, damn, I did. I'm really shocked. Because, I mean, look at this.
Got him, coach.
CB, do that again.
Look at this.
Got him, coach.
Butcher hands got him out.
I got him out.
Man.
Ladies, pay attention.
Ladies, pay attention.
You know what that looked like in his hand when you're in the airplane and you look down and see a speck? That's what it was.
That was funny though.
Joey
man.
Mitts.
Okay.
He has to turn his phone sideways to send out text messages.
I thought that was going to take forever. That's awesome.
All right, but at least we got it in there.
Right,
but
right.
I you know what I want to say? I want to say this, guys. Go check out our YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, help us out with the algorithm. Please help build the page for us. We do it for you guys, and you guys can just reciprocate that. We do notice a lot of people are watching and seeing the videos that aren't subscribed. So just show us some love there. Our Instagrams, everything's are tagged. And we just want to keep on moving forward,
That's
man.
right, man. Moving forward.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
That's right.
So with that, P, why don't you go ahead and get us up out of here,
Let's go ahead, compadres. You know what to do. That's at COMPODRES, and not just for the YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and iHeart as well. Get with it or get lost in the sauce, like we always say. To my left, as always, Lance the Man.
I am _ill son.
And to my right, as always, Rizat. Let him know.
I'm Rizot in the Hizot. That's RIZOTINHIZOT.
Oh, nice.
For the people who needed that spelled out, there you go. And like that, compadres, we gone.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get a no call and quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how high.